Ever wonder if those terrifying hush-hush agreements you hear about in the Sean Diddy Combs stories really exist? Well, buckle up, because 1 out of every 3 workers in the US are tied up in contracts called non-disclosure agreements, or NDAs. NDAs are like the celebrity bodyguards of the professional world, especially in the glitzy entertainment industry. They're there to keep juicy secrets a secret, or even keep famous reputations nice and clean. But sometimes, these NDAs can get shady, covering up illegal activity and abuse. Imagine being so scared of breaking an NDA that you'd rather suffer in silence. Remember Stormy Daniels and Trump? That NDA cost Daniels millions when she decided to spill the beans. But what if you could find a loophole to get out of an NDA? Stick around as we dig into this and how this is related to the current investigations into Diddy and the serious civil accusations. So here's Sean Diddy Combs, a big shot in the music biz, with a whopping 800 mil in his pocket. Diddy, synonymous with success, has seen his fair share of scandals. Over time, wild tales have slipped into the public's ear, and a lot of people, from employees to other artists, have pointed the finger at Combs, claiming all kinds of horrific behavior, from sexual assault to drugging to harassment. To stop these claims from messing up his image, it's been rumored that Combs has been using some pretty scary, airtight NDAs to legally protect himself. But if he ever employed friends, sexual partners, or associates, or had them sign NDAs, he may be in for a shocking surprise. A newer law was passed in late 2022 that might just flip the script. Let's talk about the Speak Out Act, a super important law that could shake things up in cases involving NDAs. This act is a game changer for folks silenced by non-disclosure agreements, or NDAs. It's this majorly important piece of law that's all about taking away the silencing power of NDAs in situations involving sexual harassment or assault. So what's the deal with it? Well, the Speak Out Act is all about making those NDAs that stop folks from sharing, cooperating with law enforcement, or testifying about sexual harassment or sexual assault totally invalid. This means if you've signed an NDA, but then were abused, this act might just give you the power to shout it from rooftops, agreement or no agreement. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty. The Speak Out Act doesn't toss out all NDAs. It only applies to those that have been used to hush victims of illegal stuff. So it's not a cure-all, but it's definitely a lifeline for those who've been gagged by these legal ropes. The impact of the Speak Out Act is huge. With this, those accusing Sean Diddy Combs could potentially kick their NDAs to the curb and spill the beans without fear. In fact, this law got a shout-out when Tiger Woods' ex-girlfriend sued him to make the NDA she had signed a thing of the past. If the people accusing Sean Diddy Combs were to blow off their NDAs, it could really shake Diddy and others up. This isn't some drama about one guy, but Diddy should be petrified. It's like a secret weapon that could shift the balance of legal power. Just picture this. What if all NDAs Combs used were suddenly worthless? This wouldn't just blow open all of the alleged dirty laundry, but also give a voice to those who've been hushed. The effect would be huge, touching not only those directly caught up in it, but everyone else too. It might set off a chain reaction, leading to a flood of bombshells that could shake up the entertainment world and beyond. Word has it that a bunch of Diddy's accusers are working with the cops and may have already spilled the beans. They might be depending on the Speak Out Act to ditch their NDAs. It is important to remember that Sean Diddy Combs has not been charged criminally and that he is assumed innocent until proven guilty.